And right now it is 8:15, and that's the magic time for us to bring live interviews here on the morning show, the Good Morning Show here at KSST Sulphur Springs. And I could say we have a Christmas elf with us. Good morning.
Good morning. It's so good to be here and to share with you what's happening this weekend in Sulphur Springs.
Go ahead, Marlene, and tell us what's happening.
Well, we are having a Christmas market on Main Street, and it is an exciting event that happens every year here in Sulphur Springs. It's been going on for several years, and our Downtown Business Alliance is sponsoring an event this year, and so we have several vendors. When I say several, I mean I think we have the most we've ever had, and we have around 50. So, I mean, you know, it just depends on if there's another one to add tomorrow or something like that. But we do have around 50, and they're just all different types of vendors. You will be so excited to come and participate and see what's going on that day.
It's so neat to plan to do this, have the anticipation of going downtown for it, and then strolling around and seeing everybody.
Yes, and the awesome thing is, to me, during this time is that Main Street is totally blocked off. So, you know, when you're walking, you can walk across the street, not worry about the cars. And the market is also going to curve around the street and go down Broadway there, or Gilmer, whichever street you want to call it, just a little bit down the road there. So it will be so good. You could park there by the funeral home or church parking area there, and then just get out of your car and just start strolling down and seeing the vendors and curve around the corner and go on down Main Street. All the businesses will have specials, and of course all the restaurants will have things going on. So you could just have a nice day. And it's looking like the weather's going to be good, so we're hoping it continues to be that way. But if not, just look ahead and come prepared.
And bring a friend or two.
That is for sure. You know, I even have some ladies from out of town who messaged me and said, we're going to be in town that weekend. Are you still having this Christmas market that you normally have? And of course we are. And of course, you know, this is a really good weekend in downtown Sulphur Springs. So if you're from away and want to plan to come, it's just a great time because we have our Christmas parade on Friday night.
That's right.
And then the next morning we have this great market and all kinds of things going on around here. And so we want you to help support our local businesses too. Yes, most of the people that are coming, a lot of our vendors are local, and some of them are return vendors. So if you bought from them before, you know, you can hopefully know that they'll probably be there. We have a few that are not able to return, but we have a lot of new vendors, and that is so exciting, just from all types of things. And I had given you a list there, so you kind of know a little. Give us an idea of what you see that's going to be here.
I love the wood signs and homemade home decor. I love anything like that that's seasonal. And you put it out one year, maybe save it, put something different out next year, and bring them back and kind of rotate them. They're beautiful.
Yes, and the awesome thing about that, some of our vendors there will be able to personalize the items. And so that makes it even better, of course. And then, of course, the homemade baked goods that will be there, oh my goodness, I have a variety of people that are making homemade baked goods. And if you weren't there last year and tried the cocoa bombs, oh my goodness, they are amazing.
Cocoa bombs?
And then we have our local, a couple of local ladies who make the Christmas cookies and cupcakes, and so you will want to get some of those for sure.
You know, this raw crystal and handmade stone jewelry is very popular right now.
Yes, and we do have a vendor there doing that also, as you can see. Plus, in Sulphur Springs, I think we're a little lacking on some place to buy children's clothing. Okay. And we do have a couple of vendors there that are going to have some children's clothing. And so, you know, that'll just be able to give you the opportunity to buy something specialized or event-wise or something you wouldn't buy otherwise in the stores.
Yeah, and hand-sewn baby items. Also, what is upcycled clothing?
Well, that is kind of an interesting thing that's going on right now, where you're taking clothing and you're just kind of changing it. Mm-hmm. And it may be a vintage piece, and they're basically upcycling and making it the fashion they look today.
That is exciting. I want to stop and see them. Now, I've ran into the Pharmacy makeup counter one of the first years that Christmas market was held, and that Pharmacy line of cosmetics is great.
Yes, it is a great line of cosmetics. And so if you're not aware of it or anything, just check them out, and they can share with you all about it because it's a growing cosmetic brand for sure.
I love their shampoo. And you were talking about another store with another vendor with men's and women's apparel.
Yes, there is several there that will be having several things like that. Plus, we have some new vendors downtown Sulphur Springs, and they're going to have a booth out there to help you. And one of them that is kind of neat, if you've not discovered the plant niche,
yes,
that is going to be so good. She's going to have some plants out there, and then you can just walk between the corridor there and down to her business also. So it makes it real easy just to check out the other businesses that are up and down. And of course, Marlene's House and Class will have a booth out there with lots of specials, but there will be a lot of us having all types of our events out there. Plus, also, I don't know if you noticed that the, is it called VR, virtual? Virtual.
Yes.
He's going to have an event there on the square there, on a booth, and you can actually participate in it right there. So that's kind of cool just to find out about his business and, the opportunities and the events that he offers also there.
All the young people love VR social, and actually all ages.
Yes, that's true. It's kind of very interesting for sure if you haven't tried it out.
If you haven't been to Christmas market, so let me just try to illustrate it a little bit. You come in at either end of the first block of Main Street or the 200 block of Main Street, and it is, of course, closed to car traffic. And both sides have businesses on them, storefronts,
Yes.
but then layered on top of that is the vendor layouts in front of each of the shops with plenty of room to walk in between and through the center of the street.
Right, and it still gives plenty of room for, your social distancing and things like that. So just keep that in mind. But, also you'll want to check out the restaurants and other things that are around there because we do have some really good restaurants and they'll be offering specials. So it's just a great day to spend time here in Sulphur Springs, shopping local, checking out all the vendors that are here. I mean, it's amazing, and I cannot tell you how many people brag on what we do here in Sulphur Springs. And so it's just a good time.
Lots of things we buy for Christmas, let's say decor, everybody in the world could buy them and it'll be just like yours will. But when you go to some of these vendor markets, it's unique and original.
That's right, and they're things you won't find otherwise for sure. And I believe we have somebody doing candles. I mean, there's people that are make honey and other things like that. So, I mean, it's just... I don't think you can hardly name what we won't have there at this event. And so you want to be a part of it. And, even some of the small shops, for example, mine, we do offer free gift wrapping too. So sometimes that is really handy to have to be able to walk away with the gift already wrapped and ready to go under your tree.
Main Street Theater is getting their storefront up.
Yes, and you've noticed that's kind of blocked off our sidewalk there for quite a while. And they're going to have a booth, and they're going to be selling memorabilia for and also they're going to be selling some season tickets because they are going to open back up and they have some plays. So, life does go on, and that's exciting for them.
What about face painting?
And yes, even the kids that are coming along will have something. We have, excuse me just a minute, we have one of our high school groups, the Blue Blazes, and they are going to come and do some face painting. And so, that'll be kind of fun. It's not something you always see during the Christmas season, but I think that's going to be really cute for the kids.
Sure.
Could make some great pictures.
Now, you mentioned the little area that's also connected to this. So let's talk about a lot of people park in the church parking lot on Gilmer Street and walk onto the square. So if you do that, when you cross the street, you'll be at this little
You'll be right where the
appendix.
market starts. That's right. So you'll be right there. So it's just handy and easy to go. And it's not like you got to walk all the way up to Main Street. It'll start right there. And then, of course, there's parking on down towards the police station and all around there. So, you're going to have to park away, but it's not that far. And so don't be worried about that. And, you can easily get to our market that way.
So when will it open and when will it close?
The market opens at 9 o'clock in the morning. Our vendors arrive very early, getting their booths all set up and prepared and ready for you to come and shop and check out what they have. And then we do close at 4 o'clock.
Okay. Let me see the poster and I will share it with them while they're viewing. December 4th, it's this Saturday, clothing, crafts, decor, food, gifts, and more. Free entry to the market. Just walk on anywhere that you come to it. And it is on Main Street. And there's even a site you can go to, Christmas Market on Main at gmail.com.
Yes, and also let me mention this. We do have an opportunity on Facebook where you can share this a post that we have, and you can get a chance to win $25. We gave away $25 last week to a lady, and we're giving away $25 this week to someone. So whoever has the most likes and shares, that's the person that shares it the most, will be the person that gets the opportunity to get that extra $25 that they could spend.
Mm-hmm. Well, you, Marlene, with your store, Marlene Sass and Class, and also your membership with Downtown Business Alliance, really keeps you kind of connected to downtown shopping. And bringing this at Christmas time, and thank you so much to DBA for doing that. Bringing this at Christmas time really enhances what we already offer here in Sulphur Springs.
Yes, and don't forget, there is other businesses around our square. So don't forget to check them out. As being a part of Downtown Business Alliance, we want you to check out everyone. On down on the main street there, you'll find that there's everything's unique. There's the plain and fancy. There's a misbehaving on down there. So there's lots of other places to shop after you go stroll through the market. So please check us all out and enjoy this great day.
You are right, and there is plenty of shopping for everyone in our downtown. I want to say that Downtown Business Alliance does many things through the year. We just had a very successful car show.
Yes, that's true. Oh, cannot tell you the number of people that were out that day and just really bragged on our town and so excited to be a part of what's going on here. And so it just made a really good day.
And then we've got the Christmas parade coming up and the tree lighting.
That's right. And you wanted that beautiful tree that we get to have here. I can't tell you how many people I see that post their pictures on Facebook after they get their picture made by our big Christmas tree. And that lighting, that's going to happen on Friday evening. So
I want to say, I have to retract something I said earlier this morning. I said that Santa and Mrs. Claus would be at the tree lighting and doing pictures with children. And I heard later that is not so.
That's true. We had to make a little change.
Mrs. Claus couldn't come in from the North Pole this year, and she regrets that.
That's right. So Santa will just be there for the lighting of the tree, but then, of course, he has to make his way onto the parade.
It's fun for everyone, and there's so much going on. We could even toss in and say that on Saturday night is Christmas in Heritage Park as their final opening.
That's right, and that's such a unique thing. And as a part of my family, we used to, when my son was younger, make that part of our annual event is to go through there.
Yes. Make some family memories and some family traditions, even this year, starting out, and include Christmas market with that this Saturday morning. Anything else, Marlene?
I think not, but just excited and can't wait to see everyone that shows up that day.
Let's both say a big Merry Christmas.
And Merry Christmas to everyone.
Merry Christmas to you.